Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about something that's really important. Shall I say, let's talk about love? Yes, love. We all want to be loved. We all want to love someone. So, I would like to start by saying, yes, I refuse. I refuse to be called a good wife. Why? Because my husband would disagree. He disagrees that I am a good wife because to him, I'm not a good wife. I am an exceptional wife. Yep, got you there, huh? No, he does. He truly does. I will tell you, maybe I'm speaking to the woman, ladies. Uh, we all want to, we all want to find that someone that appreciates us. We want to be with someone that understands our value and someone that knows our worth, that we are worthy. We are worthy of unconditional love. I do think that most of us, if not all of us, or we all should be this way. We want a man that lets us feel and or lets us know that meeting us or having us as their spouse, it's the best thing that ever happened to them. That's exactly what I'm here to talk about. Because I know with my husband, he makes me feel that every day. He lets me know that every day. We have been married over 2 decades. We have 4 children, and not a single day. Do I wonder? Do I question? Does he really loves me? Is he holding back? Is there more that he should give? Can he give more of himself? No. It's not to make everyone jealous because I know not everybody gets, their Prince Charming or their dream ideal man right away. Sometimes you don't get so lucky, I guess. And I will say, it might sound corny or cheesy, but I am going to tell you my husband's favorite slogan, or like when we're joking, playing around, or seriously, he says it with utmost pride that a happy wife is a happy life for him. With every decisions and every moves he makes, this love song, Endless Love by Lionel Richie and Diana Ross. I'm so sorry. That song, I think it was in the 80s, but it has the best description of how he loves me. With that said, I, I will say, because he's, like I said, he's the guy that will tell you a happy wife is a happy life. Find a man that can say that, because what that is a gentleman, a real man, who they say that every man has some kind of narcissistic traits in them. Well, if every man is a narcissist, I will tell you then that my husband is the least of the least narcissist. He leads a life free of pride. He just doesn't operate on pride or in a egotistical behavior. He's also been called a man of few words. He doesn't say much, he just does it. He talks less, more action, because he knows and he understands and he believes, and I do find it to be true, that action speaks louder than words. And with all the things I mentioned above, or what I just said about having a man that appreciates you, knows your worth, understands that you are valuable, someone that respects who you are and teach you, to be better, or helps you, guides you, take you by the hand to be a better wife. So because he's been able to help me be an exceptional wife, I become an amazing mother. He allowed me to be a great mother to our 4 children, because I'm able to do things that He knows that's important to me as a mother. And because I'm a good mother, it makes me a good wife. They're like they coexist. It's like being a good mother is a byproduct of being a good wife, or vice versa. I just know that when your man treats you with respect, you you in return you end up wanting to do more for him, because you understand that he loves you with an everlasting love. And in his own words, a good wife is someone who is faithful, someone who takes very good care of his children, and someone maybe who cooks for him every now and then. I will admit, cooking isn't my favorite thing to do, but that's fine with him. That's, to him, is a good wife. One that cooks, one that takes good care of his children, and faithful. But what makes a wife an exceptional one is someone, which is what I do, someone who thanks the Lord every day for him, for being him, for everything that he is, and someone that just knows how to bring out the best in him. And last but not the least, is someone who helps him be a better father. Yeah, a better father. I don't compete with my husband when it comes to our children's love. I'm a full-time mother, and I go out of my way. I seriously go out of my way to teach my children how to show their dad that they love them, that they appreciate them, because sometimes kids, they don't really know how to express it. And so the same thing goes with my husband. Helping our man, your husband, to become a better father is really important, because my husband, when we got married, he was only 23 years old, and he's been working a lot. I mentioned I'm a full-time mother, so he's doing a lot, to support the family and to sustain us. My husband used to travel a lot. He would always be on this business travel. Every time he's out of town and he goes to different places, and even like he would go to Canada, and he would be in New York or California. He'd travel, places. He would do that in the first 5 years of our marriage. Maybe he would do that like at, at least once a month, where he would be out of town. He would be gone for about sometimes 3 days, but sometimes a week. Whenever my husband is out of town, I would go buy something for both my kids, my daughter and my son, something that they like, something that they're into, like specific toys. Like I would get Princess doll for my daughter, and I would get like Hot Wheels or Bionicle or Yu-Gi-Oh cards for my son, because he was into those things when he was a kid. I would buy them without my kids seeing them or noticing, and I would wrap them. And what do I do? When it's time to pick up my husband at the airport, I'd put it in the trunk, all nicely wrapped. And so when he gets to the car, he would pretend to bust out a bag of, a surprise for my two children. And, we did that all the way to when we had four children. And it was just, something that I felt obliged to do. I really needed to do that, because I know that was real. I know that's how my husband felt about leaving his children for a couple of days, and I know my children are missing him. So I want my children to know that while he's gone, while he's away, he was thinking of them. I'd put the gifts in the trunk, and he'd put his luggage in there, and he'll say, "Look, I have a surprise for you." And they are so overwhelmed with joy. "Oh, you went shopping for us? Oh, Daddy, thank you, thank you." Like, oh my God, the joy, the real joy in their heart. It lets them know that no matter what, no matter how far daddy is, while he's gone, he's thinking of them. Because the truth is, my husband doesn't have time to go shopping for toys or anything while he's on this business trips. He doesn't have time to do that. But I did that. I was doing that to let my children know that that was their father. And it wasn't, trying to, I wasn't trying to create a man, a father that he's not. That's who he is. I've already mentioned what kind of man he is, what kind of husband he is. That just shows you how how great of a father he is. He's probably even a better father, if there's such a thing. If he thinks I'm an exceptional wife, can he be a better father than a better husband? But yeah, I got the best of both worlds. I married the best husband and the best father the world could ever find. And on the topic of, bringing the best on each other, it's it's so important. Like, we all want to be encouraged. We all want to uh, feel that they appreciate what we do. Not that you always have to seek to be appreciated. You don't always have to be, letting people know this is what I'm doing, and give me credit for that. No. See, the thing about my husband, why he thinks I'm an exceptional wife, is because I just do things. I just do it without any expectations of return. I just do it because it feels right and it feels good. You do it because it's the right thing. You do it because it's good. It just really feels good to give your husband that respect, that unconditional love, that undivided attention of yours, not dividing your time between all the other things. Yes, you do have to still live your life. Woman says, I still have to live my life and hang out with my girls. I I, I'm not a big fan of that. When you get married, you better let your partner know that you, husband, wife, you are the best thing, you are the most important thing, you are it for me. All the other things around me is just extras. Like, you still have to stay in touch with your friends and your parents and your siblings and your neighbors and all that. But let your spouse know you are the most important thing. You come first place. The rest doesn't even come close. The second doesn't even come close. That's why my husband just goes, man, you were just born to be a mother. How I wish you were my mother. Or he would even say things like, oh, your children are so lucky to have you as their mother. And that makes me a lucky husband to be the father of the children that you are taking very good care of. That is someone that tells me all the time, like, how do you do it? How do you do that? Like, I don't even know. And I don't know, it just got me thinking. Like, that song, I think it's by One Direction. You don't know you're beautiful is what makes you beautiful. Yeah, that's the one. My husband goes, how is it that you just know what to do? You just know what you're doing. Like, no, I don't know. It's not like I used to be a wife before, I used to be a mother before. No, it just flows in you. When there's that love, there's that respect, there's that, understanding that, what you do for your children, what you do for your family, what you do for your husband is sacred, is so valuable, is a must for everyone involved. Is for the best. Everyone wins when you do everything out of love, when you do things selflessly. You get to a point in your life when you can honestly say that your husband is someone, or your spouse or whatever, your wife. It could be either way, but this is me speaking as a wife about my husband and our marriage, our life together. Is if you can find someone, or if you're with someone who you know deep down in your heart, you just know, they don't even have to say it, but this is what I'm saying. My husband doesn't tell me these things. It's just I feel this, I know this beyond a shadow of doubt, that my husband is someone that will go the extra mile just for me. So when you find someone that you can, with all your heart, admit to yourself that my husband is someone who will swim the deepest sea and climb the highest mountain for me, you're locked out. I will tell you that. I couldn't stress that enough, how important it is for us ladies to let them know that they also are the best thing that happened to us. When you do that, they will reciprocate. Yeah, I understand it's not always the case. In most cases, it all start with you. It all start with us. What we give is what we get. You don't think about, what has he done for me lately? What has he given me? No, give, give, give. Don't wait for him to initiate things for you and then you start doing something back for him. No, do your best. Do unto others as you want done unto you. So, because that's how I want to be treated, I treat my husband exact the same way. I'm seriously obsessed with him. I am like head over heels in love with him. And I let him know that. Maybe not right away in the beginning, because I'm one of those women that's like, yeah, I don't want men to take advantage of, my love for them, and he thinks he can do no wrong, and they'll just, take you for granted or something. That was, the younger version of me. But after many years, like I said, we've been together for over 2 decades. After the first two year, maybe just even after our first year anniversary, I know right there and then, I was like, dude, I got the entire package. I got the best of the best. Like, my husband, he has seen the best and the worst in me. Like, no kidding. He has seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in me. Yet he still thinks I rocked. He still thinks I'm all that and a bag of chips. That's what you want. That's what you need in a husband. There's not a man in their right mind who would do everything I mentioned that my husband has done for me if you didn't give them a reason. Give them a reason to be faithful to you. Give them reasons why they are lucky to have you, or they're blessed to have you. Just give them reason. In the same way, men out there, give your woman a reason to be a good wife. It is vital that we don't try to look for the other person to do it first, because I remember I had this teacher in high school who I consider him as my second father. He was so amazing, and he said this to me: look, Mariah, do not marry a man who says it's 50-50. Like, what does that mean? I was like, what do you mean? What that means is marriage is 50-50. He does his 50 and I do my 50. That's 100. Wrong. You do not give 50-50. You give 100% of yourself. You give 100% of yourself. He gives 100% of himself, meaning you give it all. He gives you his everything. He gives you his all. Again, you go the extra mile for that person. You give your everything 100% or 110%. Do not do 50-50. That is not a good advice. That is a really bad advice for couple. You have to give 100% of yourself. You have to give, you have to be vested into it 100%. There's no, 50-50. That will not work. That is not how to acquire a happy, long-lasting marriage. My husband gives 110% of himself, so that just in case I fall short and I only able to do 90%, but no, he knows I give 110% of me all the time, every time, anywhere and everywhere. So with that said, now back to our children. We have to let each other know, your spouse, that the children is the best thing that happened to both of us. So a good father knows this. A good husband understands this, that if you truly love your children, you will love the mother of their children 100%. You will give them utmost love. You will give them everything. So right from the get-go, okay, from the very beginning of our marriage, I gave him unconditional love. I showed him that I was ready and I was willing to give him that undivided attention from me. He was everything. My world evolves around him. And because of that, he's been able to bring out the best in me. On the same token, I was able to bring the best out in him. I've learned his weaknesses and his strength, so I was able to guide him through it and encourage him, and we're always there for each other. We never compete each other for love or for any reward or accomplishment. We were always rooting for each other. We were each other's cheerleader. He was always cheering for me. I was always cheering for him. We became each other's number one cheerleader. We just want what's best for each other, not what's best for me. I don't do what's best for me. I've never done that. I've never done things because it's good for me. It's what's best for me. It's always what is best for him. Like, seriously, that's not me not loving myself. That's not me doing or disrespecting myself. No, that's me putting someone else's needs first before mine, because that's how much love I have for him. That's how much love I have for my children. As I do put my family, my husband, my children first, above and beyond anything and everything. They come first place. I serve them. I serve their needs before my own. That is called selflessness. You don't, people who thinks, oh, I gotta love me and me and me. It's gotta be all about me. That's how things falls apart. That's how things unravel, and you find yourself not wanting the life that you have. It's just, downhill from there when you start to realize this is the fruit of my labor, or this is the fruit of my selfishness. Your children is a gift from God. Your spouse, your partner, the love that you have for each other, if it is love created by God, if it is love that God brought you together, that is the greatest thing in life. That is the best thing that God has given you, that you're able to knowing and understanding that this is his gift for me. This is what he's done for me. This is what he's done for my life. All praises, all glory belongs to the Most High God. That's, my friend, ladies and gentlemen, seek that kind of love where it was his will that you found each other, that you have this beautiful family. So nurture it and cherish it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for YouTube algorithm so we can reach more people with educational, encouraging, and even funny content. Hope to see you all again later.